Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebel the Shaman, and today we're talking about what happens when we have Jupiter placed in the first house in your birth chart. The first house is also called the ascendant, so it can be, it's basically, in Vedic astrology we use the ascendant as the sun sign, as the sign that you were born into. So Western astrology typically uses the sun sign rather than the ascendant, but in Vedic we use the ascendant. So before we get into all that good stuff about Jupiter in the first house, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings, and so if you're interested in any of my products, courses, services, any of the good things that I have to offer here, then you can go to gebeltheshaman.com, and you can see there that we have some massive bundle sales going on right now. Those are coming to an end very shortly, so I would hop on take advantage of the situation while you can. Alright, so Jupiter in the first house. So in order to better understand what this means, we need to understand what Jupiter means. Then we'll talk about what the first house means and put them together and create our own analysis from that. Alright, so what is Jupiter? Jupiter is also known as Guru, the teacher, the sage, the priest. It is the guru. So Jupiter is all about knowledge and wisdom, all about religion, philosophy, all about spirituality and higher education and philosophy. So Jupiter here in the first house, like that, it gives you a great amount of knowledge and wisdom and things like that. So you'll be pulled towards maybe religious studies or like higher education of some kind, just like really like that'll be part of your identity. Like that'll be what you strongly relate to and what you strongly like to do and things like that. So then the first house is your physical identity. So this represents you. This is the ascendant, or the first house is the house that was at the horizon. It's the ascendant, the rising sign. It was the sign that was at the horizon at the time of your birth. So this is basically how the energies of the cosmos manifested and rooted themselves into your body when you took your first breath. So that is the first house, the ascendant. So this is a much better indicator of personality than anything else. Your sun sign, your moon sign, sun sign is basically how you show yourself to others, how you want to be seen by others. And the moon is basically how you think and feel and things like that. But the ascendant is your physical identity. This can describe your physical body. So with Jupiter here, you might be tall. Jupiter also represents being very smart, being very educated, Jupiter is the guru, so in the first house, this means that you'll have a lot of capacity. So, mental capacity to, learn a lot and absorb knowledge, absorb information, and you can do very well in higher education and in religious studies or spiritual studies, something like that. So yeah, it's a really great placement. Now, Jupiter in the first house aspects the fifth house, the seventh house, and the ninth house. The fifth house is the house of children, and Jupiter is the karka of children. So, that means that you could have a lot of children, or you could, maybe not a lot, but you might really enjoy your relationship with your children. Seventh house, being the house of relationships, that Jupiter is aspecting that, so that means that you could have a spouse that is very educated, and maybe if you're more into like the higher education and the academic studies and things like that, maybe your spouse or your partner is more into like religious education or spirituality, or spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom, things like that. So that could be the case. So, or or vice versa. Maybe you're more spiritual, your spouse would be more academic. But yeah, there's that common thread of Jupiter giving his knowledge and wisdom. Of course, and then we have the ninth house. So Jupiter aspecting the ninth house basically gives you, like I said, just this love for spirituality. Ninth house is the house of Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So again, it's or I should say, like the ninth house corresponds to the ninth sign, which is Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So that corresponds to your education. That corresponds to your gurus, your teachers, and so Jupiter. When you come into your Jupiter period, you are very likely to meet your gurus or teachers or things like that, and so that can be very beneficial for you. Now, Jupiter also rules savings, so there's that also. And then, so I wanted to kind of say that like it really depends on the houses that are placed, or the the signs that are placed in the houses. So you could have a Sagittarius ascendant with Jupiter in the ascendant, or you could have an Aries ascendant, or Cancer ascendant, something like that. And so each of those signs is going to throw its own energy into the mix here. So I just want you to be aware of that, and you can look. I did a video about Jupiter through all the 12 signs, and now I'm doing the video through all the houses, so you can go check out the Jupiter through the signs video. And then, not only that, you have to look at the sign that's here, but also you have to look at what planets are aspecting this position. So do we have any conjunctions? Do we have any oppositions? Any other aspects? Those are important things to look at. is the aspects. So anyway, let's see. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this position. Let me check how I am on time. And I am good. So, yeah, so I just wanted to, like, let you guys know that I am having all kinds of sales right now. Like, everything that you see up here is, this is all on sale. So you can check that out. Check out all my sales on my astrology readings. You can go to GepoTheShaman.com and check those out. Alright, and yeah, I think that's about it for me today. So if you guys also are interested in Vedic astrology, I have a Vedic astrology certification course that you can check out. That astrology certification course, basically when you pass the test for that, you will get your own website, and so that'll allow you to have a payment option where people can come onto your website and pay you for your astrology services. So it's a great way to start up a business. And then we have the Vedic astrology readings. I have my standard reading that I do for everybody. And then I have some readings where I specialize in career and in relationships. So that's another thing that you can check out. I also do birth time rectification. Now, it's a lot easier to do it through the Vedic system because we have charts. You know, we have a lot of different charts and stuff, which really nail that birth time down to the span of a minute. So that's something that not a lot of astrologers offer, actually. So it's important to have an accurate birth time, and you can do that by getting a birth time rectification. Alright, and then we have the distance energy healing. That's very powerful and very important for, you know, if you're having any kind of struggles with your health or physical health, mental health, emotional health. You know, we're all going through stuff. We all struggle from time to time. So the distance energy healing just gives you a bit of a boost in energy and helps you to recover and heal yourself. So it's a great energy healing for you. Then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So if you're one of those people who is struggling in life and just kind of not really feeling it, I know where you're coming from, but that's not a good place to be. So you need to be on your path and purpose, and there's no better way to do that than to get a career consultation from me. Alright, and then we have the Ritual Magic courses. That's great. You can learn more about that at GepoTheShaman.com. And then we have the Qigong courses. So, you know, I have the Cosmic Qigong and the Self-Transformation Challenge. You can see me doing some Kundalini Yoga right there. And that's great for, you know, stretching out the spine and allowing that energy to flow through the spine and stuff like that. So that's a triune energy system. It combines Qigong, it combines yoga and meditation, and really helps you to get that energy flowing through your body, and it's an amazing program. Alright, so then we have, well, that's it. So if you're interested in anything that I've mentioned so far, then you can check everything that I have out at GepoTheShaman.com right here. GepoTheShaman.com, check that out, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.